In case you didn't read it.
Really?
Yes, the two lead writers of Avatar, the animated series, left the Netflix show, leaving the show in limbo to be completed perhaps by M. Night Shyamalan. One more time for our boy.
I think that they should give the Game of Thrones writer Avatar.
What the heck? Why? You wanted to get ruined?
No, well, yeah, if they make it so bad it's terrible, there's a chance that someone will
But
get
they
the
already-
They already
money.
did.
They already did it. Like
That was a movie. It's really easy to ruin a movie. It takes a special set of skills to ruin an incredible TV series.
no,
with
but
some
they already
amazing
ruined the
source
series,
material.
not the
Yes.
movie. That's what I'm talking about.
Huh?
What? Did you watch the last season?
What are we talking about?
He's talking about Game of Thrones, you're talking about Avatar, and I'm trying to talk about the goddamn draft. So we can go back to the draft, please, gentlemen. Morphling banned out, as well as an anti-mage here.
Yeah, we
Got one more ban.
We have the Sven on the other side, and let's see. You don't have to ban any position 4s, any offlaners. You got that already. Do you just go and ban out some more cores? I love, by the way, NiP's ban. Just look at that. The third one.
Yeah.
Vengeful Spirit.
Ah.
That's something that Cyber Legacy had with Darkseer and Earth Spirit, and it's also a hero that enables so many cores. Like your Medusa isn't nearly as strong if she doesn't have Avenge. Your Drow Ranger isn't nearly as strong if she doesn't have it. Terrorblade as well benefits quite a bit from her. So if you ban that hero out, you close out some other heroes as well.
Have you ever heard of the psychological effect known as the cheerleader effect?
I swear to God, if this has no relationship
It's
to
about
a banned out Sven,
here's the
I'm
thing.
going to strangle you.
I've gotten a text from my mom saying you look really
Your
nice
mom
today.
better have been fucking Sven, or you're going to die.
My mom has told me
Was it
twice
today?
during this 3-week event
Yes.
that I look really nice today. You know, the one link is that both times I was seated next to Lizard.
What is the cheerleader effect?
It's where you look, basically a group of people look more attractive than one person individually.
Oh my God! Look at that. The connection is Medusa and
So
Venge.
here's what I'm saying. Basically, if you were to
Wow.
exactly, it's a great example, Lizard. Medusa alone, not as impressive, but with the Venge, suddenly this is one of the more powerful combinations in Dota 2.
He actually connected it. He did it. Usually he just. I can't.
It was fine. Fine connection here. Yes, they do look better together, but I will say that sometimes you can have that not trueness, and Medusa can be fine on her own, but you're right. Those two
She's
look very well together. Grimstroke coming out. More balls, the double ball strat. We've seen this before.
Viper band out.
Ooh.
On the side of Cyber Legacy. And now if you're NiP, you're thinking, do we pick that Spectre? Is this a bait? Do we give the Spectre? Because Viper is banned, they can pick it too. They already have 3 heroes that are extremely strong in the mid game. Like they can play alone. Spectre can just join these fights with the Haunt. She can continue farming. However, this Oracle, I actually like him versus Grimstroke overall because of the ink spell and everything.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad.
You know what? In the past, we've seen these heroes get picked out, the Darkseer and the Grimstroke, and then it almost always goes successfully with a melee damage dealer, right?
Yep.
Get up in their face, get them to cross that gap, big stun, big damage. Any chance we can see a Juggernaut? Juggernaut's the old combo with both these heroes, has a lot of pressure.
Saw it yesterday as well.
Yeah,
right?
we saw it do very well against magical damage-only teams, which, you know, can succeed against these guys, especially Oracle. Not too shabby.
I'm not a believer in Naked Jug. I think with Mag, it's quite nice, but without a natural
Enigma.
steroid,
Sorry, continue.
big fan of the hero. I think we saw Liquid play it the other day.
like that.
Everybody doubted it, and now, what do you know? It looks like a great hero, because it is. It is a
Enigma?
fantastic hero. Yes.
Enigma's always been a great
And
hero.
you see these 2 supports and the offlane, and usually these 3 heroes bring one BKB piercing disable, right? It's either one of the supports or the offlaner.
Yep.
These 3 do not do that.
That is a great point.
So already Enigma is like, okay, if you want a BKB piercing disable, you need to have it on carry or on your mid laner. I don't think there are many that can do that.
I don't know if it's real or not, but I would love to see an Invis core, specifically Clinks, come out for Cyber Legacy.
Really?
That is, I know Magical plays it, I know Kuman plays it, and might be better as a last pick, but I love it against Enigma in lane, because you can't actually lane with the Eidolons. They just die too quickly, and Clinks can oftentimes outrange the Enigma, plus, because of the Invis, you find the Oracle, you find the Enigma, and then you all in on them with the assistance of your Earth Spirit.
Hey,
Oh, Interesting pick there. We
But
did
that's
talk
the BKB
about,
Pierce.
Yeah.
yeah, BKB Pierce, a melee carry hero that really gets helped out by Darkseer and by Grimstroke.
I think it's either ranged hero on the lane versus Enigma or a hero with reach. And
Yeah.
now you have reach, you have that. Actually, Stroke is pretty good from Grimstroke.
Yeah.
You can deal
This-
with the Eidolons that
just
way.
As a shout out, just because we had him on the panel yesterday, PPD loved to do this carry void or offlane void for Universe with two very high magic damage supports. And yeah, right out of the Liquid playbook, all in the push. Take out the void draft before they can come online. Really good hero against both Darkseer and the void.
Interesting. But doesn't Void do pretty well against Lycan with Chrono late game?
That's the thing, late game.
Late game.
How do you get there? But this Lycan is going to have an 11-minute Necro 3 and he's
Sure.
An
starts
example,
pushing.
let's say, you know, me and Lizard, we're going to have to battle it out, right? I've been going to the gym for about a couple of days now.
Sure.
Right now, early game, I wouldn't stand much of a chance. In
Yeah.
a year or two, aka in Dota time, maybe 30, 40 minutes, suddenly, Lizard starts to get outmatched.
Really? A year or two? I mean, maybe that is a point because he would not prepare at all for this battle, and in 2 years you could get straight.
I think you can do whatever you
can tell.
You know,
Lizard
put
skips
your mind
every day.
to.
I would just pull out a Glock and shoot Lizard.
What do you mean?
Why? What the hell would I try to fight him? It's 2020. I'd troll him online and then make him mentally depressed, and then I'd never have to face.
There was a really good fan fiction written about Harry Potter, as if they just, you know, what would happen if the bad guys just had guns?
Yes. Thank you, Kyle.
No problem.
As we go to our
Glad to
last
be
bans.
here.
Like the ban of the Magnus, of course, you're trying to accelerate that Void to make sure that he can keep up with Lycan, can cause some problems with those summoned units.
The hero before that is even more important, I think. The Kunkka that they banned out. It's a hero that just destroys everything that Lycan wants to do, and that's run into fights, run out, and
Great point.
use all these units to pressure when you
the
just
AoE
have
just kills them as
AoE
well.
just kills everything. So
Who would have thought that a Admiral of the Sea would defeat a werewolf? Very
you
strange
just
lore.
drown him.
Yeah.
Drown the werewolf.
I
It's
guess
easy.
so.
I mean, you
Why is
heard
that
the
so
Man
strange?
about the most dangerous animal with human intelligence. I think he said whales or dolphins.
It is the dolphin, the
But-
most dangerous intelligent creature on the planet.
And I said, how they fight on land. He says they don't need to.
They
because
don't?
he who owns the sea can own the world.
It's true. We get a lot from the sea. If the dolphins decided to clog our waterways, we would all perish.
Yeah.
Luckily, though, the peace treaty has been made. As Ember Spirit is picked out last here. Ember, of course, being able to jump to and fro, cause some issues around the map. If you can get on top of Grimstroke before he can get all of his garbage off, pretty good.
It's a nice pick. You have tower pressure and you have a really long cooldown ultimate. You needed some cheap stun with
stun.
mobility. Ember provides that.
Both of these teams need a display maker type, right, as their last pick on the mid lane. I wouldn't be surprised if another Spirit is picked up by Cyber Legacy. You're just going for these low cooldown, in and out playmaking sort of heroes.
I don't think you can get away with it, though. A Void Spirit here against Lycan and Enigma is just unplayable.
I would like to say something.
Say it.
A hero very popular in North America, Silencer. How come we never see Silencer?
Oh,
Bristleback?
That's good.
opposite direction. This reminds me of Virtus Pro. It is in their region,
it.
I guess, if nothing
You
else.
love it. Why do you love it?
I'm a
Explain.
huge Bristleback fan. I actually, in the one pub I got a chance to play this
Look
week,
at
I
those-
played Bristleback against No Tail, and I won that game.
Holy shit, Bristle's broken. Look at those odds. 1.6 for NiP. Somehow I believe they got a little bit worse since the last game for Cyber. Uh-oh.
That Bristle is going to have Inkswell, he's going to have Surge, he's going to have Iron Shell.
You cannot play Dota against him as a like.
What?
But the thing for this guy is just keep the game stalled long enough for Void to come online and for him to really, truly carry.
What happens if their very aggressive lineup shits on Bristle?
Bristleback just stands at the tower. He's going to hold the line.
That's a solid
of him-
thing, though, like what he just said. What happens if they do shit on Bristle? Then you're
The
like,
game is
very
over.
simple.
game is over.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll make it easy for Slacks to understand.
Yes.
It's the Lord of the Rings 2 towers.
Shut up. I've
Void
never
is
seen it.
Gandalf. Void is Gandalf, and Bristleback is Gimli and Aragorn, buying time for the dawn.
Fantastic. Well, much like in Lord of the Rings, I shall toss Kyle's comments into the mountain of volcano fire, and we shall move on to our beautiful hobbits, or whatever the F they're called. Travel to Gondor, you pieces of garbage, and cast the game for the cost in OD.
Thank you very much, Slacks. Yes, we're getting ready for this one. Game 2 just about to start here between Cyber Legacy and NiP. And of course, what do we reckon? We're seeing sort of a fast-paced lineup coming out from NiP. They're going for this Lycan, Ember, and Enigma. And on the side of Cyber Legacy, they've just responded with that last pick, Bristle. Are you as excited about the Bristle pick in this draft as Carl was? Seems pretty strong here.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a hero. Bristle did not cross my mind. You know, when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. When I'm dumb, I say dumb, and I feel like I keep saying it quite a lot recently, you know, but seems like a very good Bristle game. They needed a hero that can just, you know, hold the game until Faceless Void gets his items so they don't just get ran over by Enigma and Lycan. They need someone to build. I think this is such a great Crimson Guard game. And Bristle could be unkillable, running in with Inkswell, running in with the Iron Shell on top of him.
Yeah, no, it definitely seems that there's good potential for the Bristle. And I imagine as well, with it being revealed as that last pick, it's going to be in the mid lane, right?
Yeah, that's
so you've got this Bristle versus what probably
Ember.
should be the Tiny. Oh, no, is it going to be the Tiny or the Ember?
They have Ember. Tiny's going to be playing 4, and they have Lycan on position 1.
That's true. Okay. So, yeah, so Bristle versus Ember, how does that go?
Not the matchup that I've seen, but I don't think you can. I mean, Bristle can't take off his Flame Guard, so this is something that Ember Spirit will benefit from. But I don't think you just kill Bristle. Bristle also puts a lot of pressure with just the quills. Let's see the lanes. Seems like it's just going to be, as we discussed, position 4 Tiny, starting with the boots. Charlie on that Lycan. It's one of his best hero for sure.
30 seconds.
And how do you sort of rate the Enigma at the moment? Not a hero that we've seen too much. We have seen some teams play it. Does it just fit really nicely with the pace that you want to play over Lycan draft? And overall, is this a game where the Enigma's going to be able to have a good impact?
If you don't have a BKB piercing ability, nothing to stop him, then it always feels like it's a good Enigma game. I think the good example is Team Liquid against Virtus Pro the other day, where they had pretty much nothing, and which meant that Taiga could get some good black holes off. Already a lot of pressure on Kuman.
Some very nice early damage done here by NiP. As Kuman is going to have to start tangoing up straight before the creep waves will meet. And we've also already got that Observer Ward down behind the tower.
I didn't know Tiny is a ranged hero.
He's got that reach, Era. Be careful. And there mid, just Supreme straight away with the Flame Guard, as you say. Nothing that Magical can do to take that off. So should be able to help Supreme get the CS, but we saw that Magical already with the first tonight. He's ready to play.
That's kind of bummer, playing a hero that only has physical damage and your nickname is Magical.
That's true. It's a bit of a lie. A bit of false advertising. At least he made up for it last game being truly magical.
The Dagon incoming.
Let's go. I mean, if this game goes the same way as game 1 and they get a 50k lead, I wouldn't write off a Bristleback Dagon coming in the late game. You never know what could happen if it starts getting that one-sided again.
Surprisingly, he did not start with the magic stick on Ember Spirit. Like, Bristleback already used like 6 or 7 of those, so that's a lot of HP regen and a lot of mana sustain.
Well, that's true, because you look at the lineup, there wasn't really any expectation for anyone else to be mid, right? So you know that the Bristle is going to be mid.
Now, move the camera away from that. He missed every single last hit. We did not want chat to be mad.
Oh no, chat. Careful, chat. It's still early in the game. Be nice to the players now.
I watch your stream, and you're not always nice to players, especially when, you know, things get rough, you start losing.
Oh, I'm always nice. I'm not nice. I'm nice to their faces. I'm just mean behind their back and to the stream. You see, that's the difference. That's the good kind of toxicity. When you don't be toxic to someone, you do it in a way where they don't know you're being toxic.
No, I'm fine. If someone trash talks, you're allowed to you know, to defend yourself. You're not gonna, you know, not type anything. That's the worst thing you can do.
No, you've got to make sure that you win the keyboard war. That's what it's all about, Dota 2. That's this mid lane. I mean, dude, look at the CS in mid. That's pretty wild. 18-4 against 19 for 0. He's like doubling the CS as Supreme.
Last time I've seen mid Bristleback was, I believe, he might die.
Well, he's got to be careful.
6 charges plus a Fairy Fire, but you know, he's hiding.
Well, he's coming back. He's
behind the tower, and now he's gonna die.
He's got a lot of stacks on him. If Magical can keep these going, oh, was kind of range. Oh, still though, I mean, Supreme, top lane, Big Num, diving towers for kills. Is he gonna have this? He's gonna get the first flood. Big Num's able to do it.
Big Num right now, what he needs to do is suicide to the tower and just refill the bottle for Bristleback on mid.
Oh,
so here's the suicide. He's back in 10 seconds.
Oh, mid. Oh, one more quill spray. Again, playing on the edge, these two.
So he refills his bottle on the mid lane. It's being pinged out, as we can see. Man, I'm so good at the, you know, about this thing, suiciding and stuff. I'm really good at it. Efficiency.
Supreme has his efficiency. Look at this. Okay, his bottle does get delivered out.
Yeah, and now there's going to be a 4th-minute rune, so a lot of heroes just grouping up. Look at this. Cyber Legacy, they bring 2 heroes, but still they do not get the rune.
Yeah, there I had to pick it up.
So I was talking about the mid Bristleback. Last time I've seen it, Unique 19 was playing it, and he popped off, man. Like, he was doing exact the same thing, just playing between tier 1 and tier 2 tower. Magical could be in a bit of trouble here.
See if they can kill him. Oh no, they couldn't. And it ends up with Supreme. Oh, they both end up dying. Oh no. Oh no, that was not the plan there from NiP. As I mean, yeah, you said you've seen a Bristol having a good time. I think this game could start to be setting up to be another game where if we see a Bristol mid pop off, he just got 2 kills in the mid.
When I said he's in trouble, I meant he's in trouble of almost getting a triple kill.
Oh.
Now the bounty runes are gonna spawn. 10 seconds. Okay, nice. Invasive. On, I believe that's Oracle trying to steal the rune from Bristleback. He does not get it.
No, over in top bottom lane, Slayer. He's going to go in with the Inkswell onto Saberlight. Doesn't quite get in range, and he's getting low himself. TP coming over as well from Misha. Zera and Saberlight trying to run this down. They'll turn over towards Kuman. Kuman has got Time Walk in 8 seconds. Do they have enough damage? Bignum's going to try and come in to help out. Kuman's still on the run, and Kuman, he'll be fine. He's able to live, as NiP didn't quite have the damage to take out this Void.
A lot of action happening in this game.
Yeah.
Even though they're denying a lot of CS on the bottom lane, you know, there's still a lot of last hits on Void. 28, he's doing great. 10 denies, he's playing against Enigma. Mid lane, looking really, really good for Bristleback.
Structures are fortified.
What is he building? I don't see anything queued up yet on him. Just a casual bracer, a bottle, magic wand. Tank him up. Runes. Ooh, that would have been a big one for him. He's on half HP, half mana.
Yeah, it would have been very nice, but Arrow again quick with these movements around every power in spawn. Making sure the opportunity's not there for Magical to take him away from Supreme.
Book 1 already done on Charlie, so he's gonna start pressuring the tower. There is Darkseer, he deals okay-ish, but like in his level 6, if he starts running at you, like he has more movement speed. Since the last nerf, Surge is only haste.
They're hunting but Blizzy. Straight out with the TP. Down bottom, Aaron, Saberlight, maybe seeing if they can get a wrap around. Actually, they're not. They're going to be able to find Slayer. Just walk straight up, Slayer.
Raindrop, keeping him alive.
Return with the Inkswell. Try and make a move on to Saberlight. Can he hit the slow? He can. Kuman's going to need a few bashes, or at least the assistance of Bignum. As Bignum comes charging in. The control is there, and they get themselves the kill. Era now having to run. Kuman's going to try and chase this.
Oh man, it's a level 2 Tiny 7 minutes in. This is just a disaster game for Tiny. If you're not getting killed, your Blink Dagger is going to get delayed. Blizzy in trouble.
Yeah, they'll find Blizzy at least with this space that's been made, with reactions and focus going out in the bottom lane for Cyber Legacy. Blizzy left alone. Charlie can dive in, use this first use of the ult to get a kill.
I was wondering how no one is dying when Tiny's using combo. That's because he's level 2. Good choice from Bristleback, getting that Vanguard as a first item. A lot of physical damage from Eidolons. Neutral creep gets him.
Yeah, nice little deny there from Misha. Going over to creeps, using that Purifying Flames to set him low. Will stop the Bristle from getting too much from this move, and this time around able to hold the rune so Supreme can bottle it up. Not one of the most potent ones though, just the illusion. Supreme is trying to get himself back into the game, and they switch the lanes around like this. Blizzy's come over to mid, and they've got the Bristle top. As we saw their top, Blizzy can be chased down by the ult.
That's a good way to set up a gank.
See what they can do down here. They have the Chronosphere, so the easy setup is available for Cyber Legacy. Does he want to just drop it? He may do so. He's going over. Yep, he'll drop it. He'll just look for the opening onto Saberlight. Not going to be any TPs coming in an avalanche. We'll slow them down a little bit. They do miss the slow. They get in range for the Inkswell stun. They will. There's an Ember coming over. Supreme trying to help Saberlight out, but Saberlight's going to go down. Big Num will be chased. Misha also having time to come over and join. They find Big Num. So 1-for-1. Lots of attention drawn to that bottom lane.
Meanwhile, on the top lane, Bristleback took a tier 1 tower, no mirror movement, and once he gets that Vanguard, I feel like he just becomes unkillable. Blizzy dying again. I would love to see 1 point in make him just trying to save himself. Also, they found a very nice tier 1 items on side of Cyber Legacy. Jelly, something that Bristleback really benefits from. Needs a lot of mana. Same goes for Faceless Void in terms of HP regen in the lane.
On that bottom, they're going to try and dive with the ult. They're able to find Slayer. See what they can do about Kuman. It's Kuman jumping over, going for the TP. Have they got the damage? They don't. Kuman makes it out of there. But again, we're seeing some quick moves here. Lycan getting active on the map. Taking these kills and now able to push onto towers. Mid lane, looking over towards Magical. TP's coming over as well, but do they actually have the damage for him? He's still very beefy. It's level 9 Bristle, and to the point where they just don't quite have the nukes to kill him. Magical will be fine, starting to bottle up. In fact, he's chasing straight back in onto Misha. He's looking over towards the kill on the Oracle.
5.
Misha.
4. Wow. 10 minutes in, you know your position 5 is not having a good game if he's level 4. Also, both of their supports are under-leveled. We saw level 2 Tiny 7 minutes in, so you want to give your Tiny a tome to have that more efficient combo to use for. Faceless Void going for Hand of Midas. Okay, yep. Something that I don't expect, considering how fast of a lineup NiP has. You want to get the items like right now, but Bristleback is extremely farmed, so maybe he feels he doesn't need a real item for now. This is a problem. Your Oracle being position 4. I mean, not position 4, level 4. It's still too early. My brain did not wake up properly. Playing with the catapult timings. This is gonna be a tier 1 tower on a mid.
Oh, Supreme. Oh, no Big Num's in. He's just up to the high ground. He's ready to start the fight. Tries to magnetize the silence. The vacuum pull back onto the two of them. Oracle able to keep himself alive for now. Misha protecting himself, but still the stones get dropped down. Magical's in. They take out the Oracle. Supreme's going to be able to step aside safely. The rest of NiP starting to head over. They want to fight this though. Charlie hasn't got his ult. Lizzie down in the river. Error with the combo. It's enough. They take out the Darks here. Magical's going to try charging in onto Error. Building up the goo. Saberlight trying to hold him off. Does have a black hole. He's going to drop it to save his support Tiny. And also buy time for Charlie to get the kill on backlines, and it's going to work out. The time is brought. The black hole, it did the job. Held him in deep enough to buy time for Charlie to swing back round and finish off Magical as well. Good moves here from NiP.
It's such a misplay from Bristleback. He is sitting on 1,700 gold.
Did he not spend it?
He did not spend it. You can just buy full Vanguard, deliver yourself a casual cloak against the magical damage that they have, and you might turn around that whole fight. with these two items.
He could have had a shot. Yeah, you're right.
Because he was sitting on that gold for quite some time, you know. It's not like he got the gold straight away.
Right, NiP's playing fast as well. They found Blizzy. Kuman is going to drop the chrono onto the two of them. Focuses towards the Oracle now. Turns over towards Supreme into the stun from the Spirit and the X-Well. They've got the lockdown. Do they have the damage? He's got one more slide and a remnant out. He's going to be able to jump away, Supreme. Kuman's going to try and chase, but Supreme able to play his way out of there. The Flame Guard just enough to protect him from the magical damage that was coming out during those disables from Cyber Legacy.
Good chrono, but they needed extra bit of damage. Man, I'm really mad at Bristleback right now because he did not spend the gold. It's a game-losing move right there.
It did feel very strange for Magical to be playing, especially when he's going in that aggressively. It's not as even that he's just being caught farming. He was running in, choosing to take that fight, despite having an insane amount of gold in his pocket and not a lot of items to show for it.
Yeah, I mean, microing Bristleback requires a lot of time. You can't click on other stuff. You're pressing your Quell Spray. That's
yes,
pretty much it. This is your ability.
The APM's very high on that hero. You're bashing the W and the Q.
Saberlight having an extremely good game on his position 3 Enigma. Same amount of farm as Faceless Void and Void Spirit. Hand of Midas, this is something that you want to buy on Enigma. Like, his downs are good. You just want to be getting the stats from the levels and, you know, overall, very good. Man, Enigma with GPM talent and Hand of Midas, the good old times. And if you can find a Philly on top of that, unlimited gold.
Oh, we go. Just a brief pause here, ladies and gentlemen, there. We do have the odds coming up on the screen, so still very much favouring NiP here in this series. 1.6 to 2.22, and so far in this game, too, things looking good for them. This Charlie Lycan having a very solid start. And to the point where I think if you are the Void, you've got to be looking for that Lycan in these fights. That's the man that you're trying to trap and kill. Otherwise, Charlie is going to be maxing out those Necro books, getting the BKB or the AC online, and this game's going to start speeding up very quickly with this Lycan taking over the map if you're not able to control him soon.
What they need to do on Cyber Legacy is defend the towers. They have Grimstroke to out-push the waves, especially when they group up with the Necros, with the Eidolons, and have Bristleback park in front of the tower. That's his job. Just try to stall as much as you can. Tier 2 towers gone on a mid and the bot lane. Yeah, casual cloak. Like, you do not want to finish the full hood on this hero. They have, you know, some magical damage, but you also want to get core items on Bristleback. Since it's the mid one, you can't just, you know, not scale.
Obviously, Supreme just a recipe off the Yules. Going for the Deso, just making sure that he can enable this Lycan's game even more. Just getting that minus armor on the targets before Charlie comes running in.
So this is it. This is where you decide how the game is going. Do you build like a Crimson Guard just to tank it up? If you need to be the one holding the game, just delaying it until Faceless Void comes online because NiP is ready to take a fight. Necro 3 going for AC, while your Faceless Void has Hand of Midas. So there's a huge difference what these two heroes bring to a team fight. You might also consider getting Radiance, but that's extremely greedy, you know. If you lose 2 fights, you have 3,000 unspent gold, you might be in a lot of trouble.
I mean, very dead here. Nothing he can do to get away from Charlie. Easy kills. Anytime that this Void's pushing out that far, Charlie, the ult up. Time Walk is never going to save you. Even if you have a TP, you're just at this stage not getting out quicker than the damage is being dealt by this level 3 Necro book.
I can hear Void saying, guys, Charlie bit my finger. You remember that clip?
That's the classic. I think pretty much the first video on the internet. One of the first viral ones, at least. I'm sure we've got many viewers going, "What the hell are you talking about?" We've become the old man
back in our days, you know, goddamn boomers. We did not have internet, and we had very few of videos uploaded on YouTube.
He had to manually upload them. Had to send them in the post, send the VHS in, and then the old
Someone else does it.
old Ted at YouTube would watch it and then put it online. It's now the chase. See if they can get error in return here for losing their own support. They'll be able to get him. So support for support.
Yeah. So BB decided to go for full Crimson Guard, which I like.
Yeah.
I mean, he can still switch to either like Heaven's Halberd. This should be his next item, or if he can farm the Radiance. Radiance against all of these heroes just find extremely good.
Yeah, Radiance. Radiance would definitely be nice. Definitely the greedy, it's whether a case of the if he thinks that he can get the Radiance before things start to get a little worse for them. But if he could get away with it. But we'll see. We'll see how big Magical wants to dream this game. And his farm's still very solid. Sure, Charlie's the top, but Magical not far behind at all as this mid Bristle and still holding the lead against the mid Supreme member this match.
Didn't see too much out of Darkseer in this game.
No, Blizz's been having a rough one. I get it's a hard game, right? They do have ways to take off that surge, and Blizzy has been killed a few times here, 0, 4, and 3. Definitely struggling a little bit as the Darkseer against NiP's heroes this game.
Also, you want to put a 1 point in your wall. AC is going to be done on Lycan, so free aura if he passes through it.
Oh, there we go, over towards the mid this time. Yeah, Magical, at least as the Bristle, he can push out like this. He's not too worried about being gone on. And gonna go for the safe route. Going for the Halberd this game, Magical. As his next item, definitely the much easier build-up in comparison to their Radiance. And mid, Supreme. He's having a bit of a poke at this Bristle, but not really a hero that Supreme can do much about, at least on his own. Magical far too tanky to be dealt with. The Maelstrom is finished on the Void, so starting to get some means of dealing with the summons. They're trying to find Kuman. He's going to time walk. Supreme gets the change, but this is pretty deep here. I don't think NiP's wanting to go any further. In fact, Cyber Legacy, they're going to choose to try and take the fight from the side. They're in onto the Oracle.
That's
the match find silence Misha. He gets himself false promise. They've got the Chrono out. It's got the three of them. They'll turn towards the Ember first. Look to take out Supreme, but Supreme is going to get the chance to use himself up. Kuman turns over towards Charlie. The damage. Kuman's in with the chase. The X-Well study catches onto them, and he gets the kill. They also get the silence. The black hole. It doesn't come out in time. Did hold it. It looked like he was about to pop it. Didn't actually get it out because the silence was that quick. And that'll set up for Void to get the cleanup kills there, as both Saberlight and Charlie go down. Some good bashes, and again, just the chase potential at the Void. Comboed with the Grimstrike. Supreme, he's come back in, because he found the Void. Can he get Kuman?
Oh, that Yule Scepter is going to finish him off.
All right, Supreme just swinging back in the fight, and Kuman was not ready. He felt that the fight was over. Supreme said no. He was in, and Kuman dies at the end of it all.
Hand of Midas was ready. He did not use it, and is not going to use it for 40 seconds, which is a pretty big deal. Oh man, Enigma.
Oh, and Slayer. Supreme is...
I see these position 5s in this series just love to die where someone just died. You know, let's try to remove the ward while the enemy team is just standing there baiting him in.
Oh no. Full Slayer. Supreme, well, with those 2 kills, he's been pushed very close to having his Deso. And NiP, they're going to head into the pit. They know that there's no Chronosphere. Cyber Legacy not with a full lineup in the game. A few seconds before Slayer's back, and of course with the Necro Book and the AC. NiP do this very quickly. They are going to start heading over Cyber Legacy, but do they really have any way of getting in here? They don't. It's too quick. NiP be able to secure themselves Aegis, going the way of Supreme.
You do not want to give Aegis to these transformation heroes. So just keep it on your Ember. He can start playing more aggressively. Another ulti from Charlie.
Oh, Blizzy. He's got to run. They know he's around there. Blizzy's got to run or he needs backup. Supreme's in with the chains. Magical comes in. They do get the wall down. The Soulbind down to the 2 of them, but they've lost Blizzy. Blizzy will fall. Magical trying to commit onto Misha, but the false promise keeping Misha alive. Magical, can he actually clean up anything? Response does actually have the damage to take out Misha after the False Promise ends. They roll in onto the Ember Spirit. Can they take him out? The once they can. That's the Aegis gone. Jump forward from Kuman. He's looking over towards Era at the back line. Era turns around with the toss, but Magical's in with the slow. The Goo holding back the Tiny as he'll run down Era. Kuman turns over towards the Ember. Another silence. Bignum, as he got the further control, won't find the stun. Supreme, he'll be fine. Still has remnants to play with. He's out into the river.
They might chase.
He's got another
All
one.
right. Another one will get him out of the trouble. I've seen Darkseer dying in the same exact spot to being surrounded by Lycan and his wolves and summons, and he does it again. But, you know, Bristleback right now is unkillable. They just need to play around him.
Yeah, no ways whatsoever killing this Bristle, and that's Magical before he has the Halberd. The full Halberd's going to be out in his way, so that's there ready for the next fight. So a good way to limit the damage from either the Ember or the Lycan, especially the Ember going for something like this Deso build.
I was talking about Enigma with the Philly, with the Midas GPM talent before, but he has the Philly 2 out of 3. Do you miss GPM talents?
I mean, they were always, I don't know, they were just boring, right? They're not exciting to see. I think it's much nicer that it's been condensed down into this one item that it has a very mild, well, I say very mild GPM, it's not bad.
You know what I miss?
We had some ridiculous
Respawn
ones back
balance on
Respawn.
Lina and Lone Druid.
I remember when that came out, a lot of us were like, these are going to be so broken. Spoiler, they were. Yeah.
I remember Lina with the Bloodstone
Was it
dying,
Lina?
yeah, and just instantly, Lina was meta back then, and just instantly coming back to a team fight with Boots of Trap.
Who else had the was it Lion that had a ridiculous one as well, wasn't it? I swear Lion was also able to just come straight back in.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe Lone Druid's level 20 or 25.
Yes,
completely broken.
On bottom.
The good old times. Midas. Okay, he just uses.
I was going to say, yeah, I did see that on the Enigma. He needed to pop it. What's this? A smoke from NiP. Era, Misha and Supreme, who are they going to find? They're looking for the Void. The Void would be the dream one. It is by this tier 2 tower. We'll see if TP's coming. If they do go onto him, they're popping the ult. Charlie's ready to run in, but Kuman's already backing off. He needs help, and he needs it now. Drops the chrono. Make sure that the Lycan cannot get to him. Do they have the damage to kill the Ember? They don't. The False Promise comes out now. Charlie's in trouble. Era's in with the combo. That's Charlie out of the fight. The wall dropped down onto the 3 of them. Yulls up from the Ember, but he's still soulbinded. Held in place. The silence is there. They've got the damage. The Ember will fall. Magical now turns over towards the Enigma. Saberlight tries to TP out, but he dies immediately to the physical damage of Magical. As again, sure they can get in. They can burst Charlie, but as soon as Magical turns up, they've just got to leave. They cannot deal with the Bristleback in these fights.
Bristleback is just too tanky, and why the reason we see why it was a 10th pick hero. They have no damage inside the Chronosphere. One of the reasons why we see, you know, that they're not getting kills, especially if there's still Oracle sitting behind them. But it was a good Chrono. Like, all right, I'm gonna catch you. We'll try to get you. Maybe someone silences Oracle. But they don't have a single ability that they can throw inside the Chronosphere. Like, there's literally nothing. 200 magical damage coming out from these heroes is just not enough.
Still a 3k lead here for NiP, but I need some way of solving the magical problem. Nobody on their team really wanting to build a Silver Edge, so hard for them to incorporate a break mechanic. I mean, maybe I guess Tiny, but eventually that's going to take a long time for Era.
Yeah, good luck with that,
Yes.
especially if you die in every single fight.
Yeah, that's
Getting Yule Scepter, you need to have a defensive item on your position for Tiny, either like a Yule Scepter or a Force Staff, where you can just reset the fight, so there's a guaranteed second and third combo in a team fight. Faceless Void is getting Heaven's Halberd, so he's going to be much more tankier.
Yeah.
I love it. And the second one, you know, against Lycan, against Ember Spirit, gives him the tankiness, gives him some status resistance.
Oh yeah, and absolutely an excellent item in this game.
As this game progresses, it's going to become much harder for NiP to win.
I think so. I mean, you look at their cores, there's... Who's the one that's scaling? I mean, the Ember Spirit, sure with the build, he's going for this Deso into crit build. This is going to hurt in the later stages, but it's not necessarily coming out as fast as he would hope for. And Lycan is going to struggle down the lines. As you say, with these Halberds, 2 Halberds, the chrono control, NiP's got to somehow try to continue to get away with these pushes. There's a BKB done now on Saberlight, so should have the opportunities to look out for some black holes, as so far Saberlight's sort of struggled to really get any of those off in these fights. Cyber Legacy trying to catch them off guard with the smoke. It's Kuman will show on the wave. Charlie, he's stepping back. They've got the silence into the stun, but Charlie pops the BKB. He's going to turn over towards Bignum. He's got to be a bit careful because there is a Chronosphere available. Charlie, he's out. Doesn't want to mess around.
That Crimson Guard negating a lot of damage coming out from Wolves and Necro. One of the reasons why they also got it. One thing I don't know is, can Crimson Guard be disassembled? Do you know?
No,
I've never tried to disassemble.
I've never seen it to be disassembled. I know what you mean. What for the Abyssal Blade?
For the Abyssal Blade, yeah, they need one extra lockdown for BKB Blink Enigma. I mean, he can just get another Vanguard. It feels like a wasted gold here. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, no, I think he has to. I mean, if he does, I've never seen it be disassembled to get the Vanguard and build into Abyssal, but yeah, he's queuing up again. Yeah, I don't think he can.
Even if it was disassemblable, I would still prefer if he keeps it.
Yeah, because it's saving his team.
Yeah, saving the towers, saving the teams with it. Quickening Charm, that's a good item. On 1, 2, 3, 4 heroes.
Oh yeah, who wants it the most? What's Bristol got at the moment? Imp Claw.
He's the damage dealer. Craggy Coat.
I mean, that's nice as well. But
that's
again,
nice on Darkseer. Just
extra
armor.
He needs it.
But he's keeping Quickening Charm for now. I still prefer if like Bignum gets Quickening Charm. 2 Vanguards. Imagine if he just bought 2 Vanguards in a row.
To start the build, yeah, double Vanguard.
We saw double Orb of Venom yesterday on Beastmaster.
Wait, what was that? I missed that.
I don't know. You missed that? And I don't know.
What? No, why did you have double Orb of Venom?
It was general. I don't know why on Mars.
Did he win?
I don't think they stack. Can't remember. Try to, just delete that whole game from my memory.
Double Orb of Venom. Oh. I mean, they found Magical, but now what? Oh, they might get it. They might get a courier. Are they going to try? They're trying.
Half HP. Back to almost full.
No, that's not the one you want to jump on. Not the one you want to jump on now. You're probably going to take some casualties. A false promise comes out onto the Enigma and does allow him to get the blink off. Magical is looking to chase. Charlie's going to pop the ult and come in on this one. Onto the high ground. Kuman and Bignum chasing down Misha. Looking for the support kills first. Charlie will be able to find Slayer.
Where's the bash?
He's going to turn over Kuman. He's got the chrono. It doesn't catch Charlie. Charlie
he
walks
runs
into
back.
it.
Doesn't matter too much.
He's got the BKB. Charlie feels strong, and they're going to be able to get away with this as they're in position to kill off the Void as Kuman jumps up to the high ground. NiP coming out on top. The chrono came out, but there was seemingly no follow-up and no damage to be done as NiP will be able to force back Cyber Legacy, and with that, they'll head into the Roshan pit.
This is a type of game where Faceless Void just cannot Chronosphere like him. They don't have damage to kill him. You can see Charlie running in. Doesn't care too much about it. And I was surprised that he stopped chasing Oracle. I mean, Magical, he can die. If they have 5 heroes around him, he dies. There's going to be a lot of damage, but still, they might be able to kill him.
So they're trying.
Especially if he's in Midnight Pulse.
They're trying to kill him. Oh, regen rune gets a couple of seconds out of it. I mean, they're trying. Arrows in with the combo. That should do it. Finally, they bring down the big old Bristle. The tip's out as well. Magical finally taken out.
False sense of security where you're playing this hero, the tankiest hero in the game.
Charlie.
But you overextend. You just went into 5 heroes. Does he have buyback on Bristle? Because that's 60 seconds without him. He might need to use it right here. Use the Crimson Guard on the tower. Yeah, otherwise, your barracks are gone. There's no Faceless Void ulti. They can't take the fight without Bristleback. They seem extremely weak. They're gonna give up.
Well, do you just give up the racks here? Or do you, there's the buyback. You're right, he buys back straight away. There's going to be the control on the Earthspirit. They get the vacuum wall down on Terrace. Supreme jumps in with the Remnants, looks over towards Bignum. There's the black hole. He's got the three of them. An excellent black hole from Saberlight. Catches out Kuman, Blizzy, and Magical. Blizzy goes down. Kuman's able to jump out in time with the time with the bash out from Magical. He gets the Aegis. Supreme's out once. See if they can do it a second time.
No remnants.
He's got no escape. He's been silenced. The push put to an end. Have to come out with the two buybacks there from Magical and Bignum, but they do hold. And despite what did seem to be an excellent three-man black hole from Saberlight, but this time it was NiP's problem where they hit the ult, but they didn't actually have enough damage to kill all the three cores. Both Magical and Kuman able to play their way out of the black hole after it came to an end.
Without Shapeshift, they just don't have enough damage, and I like how Bristleback was just holding on to that buyback. Like, I don't think NiP is certain whether he has it or not at this point of the game, so they tested it out, and, you know, the test came back positive.
And do you like this at this stage of the game? You would always buy back as that Bristle there to hold the racks. There's no sort of consideration of let this racks go. That would just be a terrible thing to do against this lineup.
This was a mistake where he died on the mid lane, but I still feel like that buyback of his doesn't matter that much. He just needs to be careful in the next fight not to do the same thing he did in the previous one.
Sure, like, well, it's only in situations where he's alone that he's actually going to die.
Yeah.
Unless they're just losing the team fight horrendously. He's going to be able to live with backup by his side. Still 7k lead for NiP, still holding the advantage. Charlie's Lycan still incredibly farmed here. 20k net worth, the Silver Edge, he's getting close. He's got and then he got the Echo Saber done, just needs that Quarterstaff and the Recipe. And then they will have a much more solid answer to the Bristleback when Magical's on the front. Let's see where they head now. Kuman just trying to finish off his BKB. Supreme, full Daedalus, so again, just increased damage coming out from this Ember and his Sleight of Fist. Blizzy trying to get a Lotus Orb on for his team. Kuman just about 500 gold to go for that BKB. They're going to try and hit them with the smoke, NiP.
At this point, I believe Faceless Void just needs to save Chrono to stop the black hole. Like, Chronosphere is not very effective since they have no follow-up damage. Full Daedalus, Ember Spirit, a lot of right clicks. These supports are gonna need to be careful. Not Earth Spirit since he's holding the Craggy Coat.
Kuman's got to be careful.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, they've got him. They've got him, finding him in the trees. Kuman caught out by a quick move from NiP. No buyback either. That's an 80-second downtime on the Void. This will give NiP more
they can
enough
go.
chances to take these towers out.
80 seconds is a long time.
Yeah.
Cyber Legacy just using a glyph right now to reset the timer. Try to get as much time as possible. And this is the second kill that they're gonna get probably.
Yeah, no escape for Blizzy.
Already used the Guardian Greaves, so no ways of dispelling the chains nor Enigma's stun. NiP right now playing, you know, very hard to predict what they're gonna do. You would expect them to run on the top lane, try to go for tier 3 towers since there's Faceless Void who has gone for almost 80 seconds, but instead they get another big kill.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine they'll still want to try and push. I mean, there's still 2 heroes down. There's your item, Silver Edge done. To see what the second Vanguard done from the Bristle, so I imagine that the Abyssal's going to be completed pretty soon on Magical.
He needs to just invest everything in the items. Bought back in the previous fight, no reason to hold into any gold. So Silver Edge, as you mentioned, great against the Bristle break.
Yeah, and there is that full Abyssal on Magical. So now at least having another second way to jump in through those BKBs. Having the disable, but overall NiP 13k lead. Only that tier 2 left for them to take in the mid lane.
Radiant are scanning.
Midas, let's go. He's so close to BKB.
Yeah, he nearly had it before he went down on the top lane. That kill setting him back a little bit more, Kuman.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
There we go. Midas popped. And with that, he'll be sure to have his BKB ready for the next fight. And at least for the next pushes as well. That'll allow him to push out a little more safe. Being able to go for those plays where he jumps into the trees, TP's out before they find him.
Slayer manages to snatch the rune on a different side of the map, place some vision. It's very hard for them to maintain vision when you're playing against lineup like this. Lanes are going to be pushed in from Lycan, from Eidolons. Necrobuck units will be getting rid of some. So now with the BKB on Void, 3000 HP, he should not die in theory.
Oh, they're going to go.
Through initial burst.
They're going to try for someone with the Chrono. Who are they going to be able to find? They get Saberlight first. BKB's popped. Neon Disc as well. They'll jump in with the Abyssal. They're going to go for the Chrono. Only catches onto Magical. Kuman looking for the Chrono opportunity.
Great.
There it is. Cancels the Black Hole. Do they have the damage to kill them? They're trying to focus down Charlie first, but with the BKB, Charlie, he's more than fine. Turns over towards Blizzy. Supreme in on the front lines, goes over with the Remnant towards Slayer. Slayer falls. Supreme still alive. The Roots holding back Kuman. Kuman turns over towards Charlie, but the cheese takes Charlie back up to full HP. He's up to the high ground. Magical finishes off Supreme.
Be careful, he
Error,
has no
getting
buyback.
low. Blizzy surging
Purge.
Magical, trying to save him, but the Purge is indeed there. Misha throws out another Root. Disarm onto the Void as he'll turn his attention over towards Charlie. Charlie kick back. The ults come to an end on Charlie. Charlie, he needs help getting out of there. He'll try again, disarming the Void, giving time for Charlie to run. It's not going to last long enough as Kuman's back in action, beats down on the Lycan. Now he can turn his attention over towards Misha. Misha, he tries to hide, but they've found him. As Cyber Legacy hit back, did cost them coming in with 2 buybacks. The same to be said for NiP, also using a buyback on Supreme.
So 2 buybacks against 1. Still Cyber Legacy getting on top of this one. Faceless Void keeping his Bristleback alive there because they used the break mechanic.
Yeah.
And you could see how much of a difference it is.
See the Roshan spawn. It is going to be a longer spawn, so not going to be in favor of Cyber Legacy, as they would have been very happy to try and take something there. But, and a well done fight, and again, just Kuman that time round, able to find a good Chrono to slow things down, getting the 3 of them, catching the Enigma, stopping the Black Hole.
Bristlebacks buyback will be ready in less than a minute. He's also level 25, almost level 26. Faceless Void getting closer to his level 25, so the backtrack will be insanely good here, even though right now it is it can be disabled by a break, so that's the latest change to it, and they have Silver Edge on Lycan.
We see Supreme going for the Basher on the Ember Spirit. And it works out. You get the Sleight of Fist Bashes. Abyssal eventually. It all adds up. What we're seeing here, Magical. Let's go for the Mask. Wanting to eventually get the Ultramarine done for himself. He's got a lot of money as well on him. Courier's got to be careful though. There's people around this shop and they'll find Blizzies. That's the plate map.
They found the horn. The horn was found somewhere and it's being pinged out. I think no one picked it up because 2 heroes just pinged it. Someone on Radiant side found it, did not notice it. And it's a pretty big item for Bristleback. You know, he's holding onto Imp Claw, 39 minutes in. Not the best one you can get.
We're seeing Kuman, his next item to be the Aghanim Scepter. NiP find a horn for themselves. And Cyber Legacy, Chrono's up. They're ready to smoke. They're going to try for it again. Last time round, it was not a bad fight at all from them.
They finally found the horn. It's on BB.
See if they can start the action on. There's NiP a little separated up and down the river.
If he gets a good jump with Abyssal, he's going to go for it.
He's trying. Can't quite find anything. NiP step back. And they'll avoid this. This is going to be Roshan respawning. What, 30 seconds? 30 seconds and Rosh will be there. And you can definitely expect both teams to give it their all around the pit. NiP is still holding the lead. It's still very important how much Charlie gets done during the ultimate. Make sure that he does get his hit onto Magical so that the team can stand a chance of dealing with this incredibly farm Bristle. And there it is. Roche is up. So who's going to be able to get that information first? Cyber Legacy still holding the superior position around the pit. Got a full refresher orb on Saberlight now, so Enigma ready to come in with those double black holes. Sure, those we've seen there are ways to cancel it, so Saberlight's got to hit some big targets if he wants the chance of getting off with the full duration. Kuman's going to jump into the pit. Start to hit away at Roshan. Doing it pretty quickly here with the Mjolnir and the bashes. Has the money for the Aghanims, but not quite enough for Aghanims and buyback, so still holding on to 4,200 gold. And they're a little scared now that it's been revealed that NiP are right by the pit.
Bot lane is pushing in for NiP with the wolves, with some Eidolons. They managed to do it, so this is something that's gonna need to be addressed.
Yeah, both teams just at a bit of a stalemate around this pit right now. As Kuman, I mean, he'll be more than happy to just farm up that extra bit of gold so he can get that Aghanim's purchase for the next fight and still have buyback. There we go, NiP
Dire are
coming in with a smoke themselves. I mean, exciting stuff here for Supreme. I mean, this full-on right-click build, this Deso, Daedalus, Basher, and now queuing up a Rapier.
Yeah, with the 2 Sleight of Fist charges and the talent for some extra damage.
Yeah, it's exciting to see. And he's going to start the fight. Oh, whoa, 1,200 crit there. Onto Slayer. Black Hole's out from Saberlight. He's caught the 2 of them. That'll be both supports gone in. Now turn over towards Magical. Magical popping the Minotaur horn. Vacuum. Wall comes out onto the 4 of them, but Magical, he needs help. Jumps over to the side with the Abyssal on towards Era. Era tosses him back. Chrono from Kuman comes out. He's got the control onto the Tiny and the Ember. He's turning over towards the Ember. He got the
Black Wall.
Take a Black Hole. Saberlight gets the 3 of them. He's finished off Magical. Magical buys back straight away, but Blizzy goes down. The Earth Spirit will fall as Kuman, it's only up to him and the Bristle. He'll try and beat into this Lycan. Turns now over towards Supreme. They've got a sentry down. Supreme, he's trying to run. He's still in range of the sentry though. Kuman's able to find him. Jumps and gets the bash. Can they get anything more here? Cyber Legacy NLP starting to run. Despite being 4 versus 2, they're still very scared of Magical and Kuman.
A lot of buybacks expended from this one. They need to get this Roche. Cheese, Aegis plus 1.
They've got to get it. It's 4 versus 2. They should be able to have a shot at stopping this. I mean, sure, Kuman and Magical are very large. And they will at least be able to spook them away from the pit. Well, in this situation now where Magical, his buyback being expended. Very important there that they did find that Ember. If they didn't get that Ember, they would have been in a terrible position in Cyber Legacy. But having those sentries down, meaning the Glimmer Cape didn't keep him safe and they were able to get him. Means that they're at least able to stop NiP starting to run down the lanes. NiP will though look for Roche. Charlie's going to go in, using the ult. Kuman, he's going to jump forward here with the Aghanim. Saberlight comes in with the Malefice on. It's Magical. It's just going to start forcing them away. 40 seconds until Black Hole. 70 seconds until Chrono in terms of the big team fight ults. It's Kuman and Magical. They're going to continue to try and finish this off. They know that. Charlie, he just used his ult. So his shapeshift's going to come to an end. He's not going to have it for the fight. This is going to give Cyber Legacy the space to take this. 3 versus 4. NiP just not finding the setup to stop CL getting the Aegis and Cheese. They've got it. And also the Aghanims. Goes the way of Magical.
That one's so much easier to use. AoE goo on everything, on the summons. It's gonna help them out a lot. They need to be careful about Enigma. Try to lock him down. Problem is, Enigma has Eon Disc, CDR Talent, Refresher, so he can refresh the Eon Disc. And now going for Octarine, a natural build-up for Enigma. They have no ways of dispelling it.
They've got to hit with the Chrono and the Abyssal. Like you said, without that, we saw last fight, Saberlight getting some 2 big Chronos, just disrupting the entire flow of the team fight. The CL, they're going to come in, smoke up, ready to make use of this Aegis and Cheese. Someone just assembled their halberd there. I guess he's getting his butterfly, right?
Yep.
But is he actually close to the money for the butterfly? I feel he's probably still quite a bit away. Okay, he's got the money, but he's just not purchased yet. I feel that you might
he
as well
has
keep...
way too many items.
There we go. Okay, he's going to pick it up now. Okay, there we have it. He does. He's got a Sanjan, a recipe in the backpack that he no longer needs. There we go. He hits hard, though. He hits very, very hard now. Mjolnir and Butterfly with that Aghanims. Seeing one sort of jump in, and he'll be able to clear out the summons. Era wasn't expecting this. 3 of them here waiting for him as he came over for the 45-minute route. As Era goes down. And already, Kuman.
Era or error? What do you call that?
I'm gonna see what you did there. That's a smart one. Chat will like that. Down the mid. 65 seconds. I mean, there's still tier 1s and tier 2s for Cyber Legacy to take from the bottom lane. And do they want to try and push the high ground here? Well, Kuman queuing up the Nullifier next.
Yeah, we talked about the Dispel. Something that they lack against this Enigma. He can just jump on top of him, and now he has enough damage to bring down Enigma during the duration of Black Hole if Oracle does not use ulti. So someone needs to take care of Oracle.
Well, Charlie. Whoa!
3-shotted.
Easy. I mean, lines have been drawn towards Charlie, but yeah, Charlie is not going to leave himself open for any chances. As soon as he reveals himself for the kill, he's out of that area. It's Kuman. He'll tank the tier 1, take another tower, or at least try to. Fortifications out.
Use the illusion escape, finish it off with it.
Still, I mean, yeah, at this point, it feels like the fight's...
I love it. He even uses,
What's he got?
He even uses Mjolnir just to farm the full creep wave with it.
That's nice. Maximum efficiency and farm and map pressure. And yeah, these team fights, it's really just down to... Does Saberlight get the black holes, or does Kuman get the chronos? Well, these two ults are so important for how these fights go down.
Yeah, at this point of the game, 6k gold lead on side of NiP, it really does not matter at all.
Yeah. How's the Ember looking? I mean, I guess Supreme did die, so he's probably not close to his rapier. He's decently close, 4,700.
Sells the 6, sells the bottle.
Yeah, he's close to being able to make it. And I mean, we're seeing already, you know, one of these slight fists, it takes out support. Charlie? Do they know he's here? Oh, they've seen him. He headed down south. He ran past. Oh, I don't think they did see him then. He must have just run down in a way that was in the shadows. They didn't see him. Able to sneak past them, get out. Did have to pop the ult on the BKB to do so, as he was a little scared. And what we have here, Kuman did commit with that purchase. The Nullifier's done.
So he sold the components of Heaven's Halberd, the recipe, and the Sange, which makes him a bit less tankier. He can still get, you know, couple of items on Faithless Void. He gets Aghanim's upgrade, 1 slot from Aegis. Definitely needs a lifesteal. Like, I would love to see Satanic on him.
There we go.
Rapier
Oh,
time.
it's online, boys and girls. Rapier Ember. Let's see how hard that's going to hit. Because, I mean, it's going to hit hard. It's going to be a hard-hitting item.
Bristleback, no buyback for 1 minute. Same goes for Earth Spirit. Do they have enough money? They don't. They don't. I don't think you take this fight as Cyber Legacy. Aegis will run out right now. So farm buyback on these 2 heroes and then you can take the fight. Full MKB on Lycan after seeing that butterfly on Faithless Void.
Dire are scanning.
Lycan's massive.
Yeah, Charlie has just been able to hold the top for the whole game, and even now, the later stage of 49 minutes, he's still having such an impact. As now, mid lane, they're starting to head out. Smoke from NiP as they look to start some action. Saberlight with the double ult ready to go. Also an arcane rune there lying in the river would be very nice for this Octarine Enigma.
Another Divine Rapier queued up. Just
all right.
5,800 gold away from it. No biggie.
Again, avoiding each other very nicely. Like arcane rune actually in the bottle for Supreme. That's going to be great for these sleight of fist charges. It's easily going to be able to get out multiple sleight of fists in the team fight with that cooldown reduction.
Bounty.
Not able to make it over to Cyber Legacy here. NiP with that move. Cyber Legacy keep themselves safe through the night. Daytime kicks in. And I mean, Kuman, he's queuing up the Satanic. I mean, he's literally running out of slots though. He's going to have to upgrade that Aghanims if he wants to start getting more items into his inventory. Or having to consider living without the treads. This 5k lead, I mean, the lead that NiP has, it's only getting smaller, and
If they can keep Faceless Void alive and Bristleback, like these two heroes can win a team fight if there's no black hole. If they somehow manage to survive AoE Goo plus Bristleback's Aghanim Scepter Time Walk, it's enough to just hold them in place.
Dire are scanning.
here we go. Another attempt from a smoke from NiP to use their lead that they have to try and close this one up. Again, Cyber Legacy with the positioning. They keep Magical shown at the front in the lane. NiP, if they want to start a fight, they're going to have to try and get around the Bristle somehow. And Cyber Legacy's there waiting.
Even
just-
Quickening Charm on Enigma. Can we please click on the
cooldown.
black hole just to see the cooldown of it? Minute and a half. Nice.
Not bad at all. Yeah, a minute and a half in this late game. That's pretty much close to a respawn of these high-level heroes. So you're going to have it for each and every fight as long as you're getting kills with it. Well, still, I mean, both teams understandably very, very cautious about how they jump here. It really is getting to that point where this game can fall either way. And especially for NiP when they're playing with December, holding the Rapier. They cannot afford to let Supreme get caught out by such things as a Chrono. They do have the E-Blade on Error, so some sort of measure to try and save people that they're getting gone on and beaten down upon, but obviously with the Nullifier, Kuman does already have the counter to that effect.
Talk to me, Owen, about your pub experience when you played Void Spirit.
Void Spirit,
Yeah.
that's the Rapier build.
How many did you have?
5 Rapiers, ladies and gentlemen.
Brown
That's,
boots,
that's what you got to
5
do.
rapier.
Phase boots. Yeah, I'm not that silly. I'm not. Phase boots. And then the Rapiers. Rapier is the most busted item in the game. One day we'll see the pros catch up and start to abuse it. Go for the 5 Rapier build. As Charlie, he's going to start something. He's going in with the ult. He's popping the BKB. Who's he able to find? He's going to look towards Bignum. Bignum's got a Neon Disc. He's able to roll out. He's away. And now Charlie's got to be careful. The BKB's worn off. He's starting to back off with the remainder of his ult. And so Supreme, they're remnanting out of there. NiP don't want to take this fight anymore. They come in, they pop the ult on the Lycan, and they can't get the kills quick enough. It's getting a little bit awkward now for NiP to try and fight and team fight as Cyber Legacy out on the map.
Viking against Lions the other day when it was an hour and a half long game. Like, you can see these games lasting, the fights lasting for so long that, you know, teams use phase shift, they don't get any kills, he on this procs, we need to go back, reset, then you try to make another fight. Roche is up, so that means Cheese Aegis, Refresher, and another Aghanims.
And if anything, it looks like Cyber Legacy is going to be able to take it, the Roshan. I mean, they do have the ult, so you'd imagine NiP is going to try and contest, but Cyber Legacy, they're going to be the ones that are starting it. There's already on the side, Bignum is trying to create a bit of a distraction with the E-Blade and the combo error. He's going to bring him down low.
He has no
Kuman
buyback.
jumps in, the Chrono's out, he's been able to catch the two of them. He turns over towards the Oracle first now, looks back over towards Era. As Misha falls, so does Era. They get the 2 kills, buyback out from Misha. Era's going to have to consider buying back as well if they want to contest CL around the pit. And Cyber Legacy, they're straight back in. Sure, they don't have a Chronosphere. They don't really care though.
That's double damage Bristleback. He has 900 damage. No big deal.
Oh my, he literally does have 900 damage. Alright, there we go. Who's taking it all? There's 2. Oh, yeah, there's 2 cheats in the
Aghanim
pit.
Scepter,
Dropping it around, doing a bit of trading.
I think it was picked up by Blizzy.
Refresher shard for who? Magical. He's going to hold it for now. He's going to pass it over to Kuman though. Make sure that they can, if they want to, pop for a second Chronosphere. I know, well, who got the Aghanims, did you say?
Blizzy on the Darkseer. Oh, they even have one.
No, I think the Grim got it, right?
I think the Grim got one.
Yeah, Grim got it.
All right, so
That's
it's much better.
Yeah.
You know, using it on Lycan. He was trying to buy one, but always needed gold. So, okay. I think you get much more value out of Aghanim Scepter upgrades for sure, and refreshers than you get from Cheese at this point. Cheese just seems so underwhelming as a Roche item. Full Hex, that's what he got.
Oh, here comes Charlie.
That's just gonna get dispelled, the Ghost Scepter.
Oh, the kick! It's gonna save him! Clutch kick here from Bignum, gets him up to the high ground. Charlie, he's gonna try and jump over towards Kuma, but Kuma's killed his army.
Inside of it!
What? He's in the Midnight Pulse! he's able to step out at the last moment, but Slayer nearly dying to the pulse. Inside the river, Saberlight, he's been found. The Invis will save him here with a false promise as he gets away. Magical now turning over towards Misha. Misha go for the TP out. They found him. They can't see him in time.
That
He's
was
away.
such a good kick.
Yeah, that was a clutch play from Big.
I thought they might give Aghanim Scepter to Earth Spirit instead of Grimstroke. Yeah, you know, having Lycan.
Oh, and dude, look. He's got it, dude, as well, the Ember.
Second one. 2 more to go. He sold his Yule Scepter.
So no defensive
1000
items.
damage.
This is...
Minotaur Horn. Okay,
Like-
so 2
Oh,
second
that's true,
BKB.
that's true, yeah. Alright, at least he's got the Minotaur Horn. But that is going to be some serious DPS coming out from these Slight Fists. As long as he can live. As long as he can live long enough to step forward and get him off. Without being caught in the chrono. And there we go. Double Rapier Ember Spirit in play. Let's see if it's enough. I mean, they sure do need the damage, and you sort of look at the state of the game. This is the correct way to go right now as the Ember.
Kuman, he needs to swap out BKB and put Satanic in. When you have Aegis,
Yeah, that's true.
getting that extra life steal, you do not want to pop a BKB straight away. You want to save it for your second life. And the status resistance helps out much more, I would say, at this point of the game. You're getting closer to level 30s. Like once
Oh, they are.
when Bristleback and Faceless Void unlock the whole talent tree, it's insanely good.
Now, is this going to be a game now? Because we're seeing Cyber Legacy. They're getting a good lead. They're 10k up. If it gets to 60 minutes, is there going to be an item that NiP could find that will make their lineup more busted than Cyber Legacy's in the late game? Any late game sort of tier items that will sort of change the game for NiP?
Ex Machina on Saberlight possibly resets the cooldown. Maybe third black hole. I just don't think it's enough. Like,
No.
super late game, just, you know, Cyber Legacy's team fight is much, much better.
Yeah. No, without a doubt.
Darkseer with the Abyssal Blade. Fuck it. Like, I just want to have something to stop the BKB black hole with. I love their itemization.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Saberlight, he's incredibly farmed. He's got all the items, but you're right now that they do have multiple ways to catch him off. It's very hard, unless he finds, like, some dream black hole on the 5 of them.
If Nahaz is listening, I would love to see some stats about, you know, if this is the first Abyssal Blade bought on Darkseer in a professional game.
Oh, yeah, it's a good job you said professional game. I was going to say this was my standard build, the Abyssal Rush. And indeed in pro games, something that I'm sure we have not seen much at all. But the thing is, this is a game where
This is it.
it feels good.
Daedalus, another Divine Rapier.
I mean, can they push into these rapiers? How much damage this is going to be doing? What the crit's like, what, 240% right on Daedalus?
Yeah.
So you do some maths, stats, but he's hitting for
Extra
about
damage from
1,000.
Flight.
So it's like a 2200 crit at least. Oh, Slayer. He's going to turn, gets the Soulbind and the Hex off onto the 2 of them. We'll start to back away. Big Num rolling in, continuing to try.
A good setup for Chrono.
Yeah, Supreme's got to jump away. He's out.
Cancel it. Aegis gone in 5 seconds. Everyone wants to have level 30. Next Dome ready in 25. A little bit of Kale. Game can't handle all these items.
Yeah, it's getting ready for the 60 minutes. Those items are going to be that, but yeah, Kuma's just got too many items. I mean, he's, as you said, queuing out the Rapier. I feel like, well, dude, just forget the Daedalus, just get the Rapier in. Yeah, well, you're going to have to get rid of something if you want to get the Rapier anyway. 14k lead again, 60 minutes. Here we go. Let's find some of the juicy items. See if they get any big ones. What would be nice here? Well, if you're Cyber Legacy, what you hope for? Oh, Trident.
Pirate Hat. Oh, that item.
Pirate
I
Hat.
saw a couple of tweets from Viking about Pirate Hat being busted since the game lasted for 30 minutes. After they found it.
Who are you giving the Apex to? The Void or the Bristleback?
I think Void.
Yeah.
Void just the extra attack speed you get from it. What is he sitting at right now? Almost 500 damage.
Yeah, and the thing is, NiP, they can't really get outside of the base to find items. I mean, Charlie's out. He's going to start poking, see if he can find... Oh, there's one. Seer Stone. I guess we get that over to the Enigma, allow for some cool cast range positions of the black holes, I guess.
And Tiny is also a good carrier. Same goes for Oracle. Let's see what else they found. Force Boots.
Yeah, for the Dispel, is that really going to help too much? Not really, right? Not. Fallen Sky, there's a bit air. I can't feel that they found anything
Enigma,
on NiP that's going to change
trust
things.
me, Enigma, Fallen Sky, Refresher.
Fallen Sky. Let's go. Let's see. It's going to take the Seer Stone for now. I mean, honestly, it really does feel at this stage the...
Book of the Dead. This could be the item, you know, that NiP could have used well with the book that they already have. 30 strength, 30 intelligence. That's quite a lot of stats.
That's a lot of stats.
So let's see what they have. Era holding on to Fallen Sky.
Yeah, Seer Stone on Saberlight.
Force Boots on Misha.
That's just nice for him. Yeah, if he gets caught up by any of the silences or anything, we'll be able to make sure that he can still get his spells off, save his carries.
It's not a lag. They're lying. They're just checking what the tier 5 items do. Do you know all of them, what they exactly do?
I don't know the exact numbers. I know. I just you know the basics, right? You know, Pirate Hat is
gold.
Loads of
bounties.
Loads of attack speed. Loads of attack speed in the bounties. Apex, big number on the stats. You know, big number. How much is it? Is it plus 75 or? It used to be percentage.
It was percentage. Yeah, it was so percentage. Busted when you found it.
Yeah, now it's just plus 75. What was the percentage? Wait, was it 75?
It was 80%, I believe.
No, was it?
It was.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no longer. Just the flat amount. Yeah. 150 seconds. And yeah, there's free bounty.
So that's 40 second cooldown on bounty rune. And you always find it at this moment of the game. You get
how much they worth at this game?
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, for everyone.
A lot of money.
Every 40 seconds. So this means that they can start getting refreshers, Eon discs.
And dude, do you think Magical, do you really need the halberd, or could he disassemble that and build the trident?
I think it was the other team that found the trident.
No, look, he's got the recipe. Magical, they might have both done.
Oh yeah, give me trident. Trident best tier 5 item in the game.
Trident for Bristleback. Sounds pretty good.
It is.
Good luck killing him. And you get that nice big boost to your spell damage as well. It's going to be nice for the quills. I think you'd be happy giving up the disarm mechanic for having a trident.
Are we missing one neutral item on NiP?
Yes, look, on the right we've got their grid here, and still yet to find their fourth item, NiP. But still, it's still hard to really think. Is there any item that NiP is going to be insane on NiP? I feel like they don't really have heroes that.
The benefit, like if they find something like Ballista, they're gonna go, Jesus, Gaben, come on.
Yeah, it's just useless. So useless item here for this lineup. I mean, even if they found like a trident for themselves, not really that good. I mean, I guess the only one that would be, I don't know. It's just a hard game for NiP right now. It's a very hard game for them. They just weren't able to take any racks with this Lycan lineup, and you know, they managed to take it into this late stage with this build from the Ember. And we have seen definitely these two Rapiers are scaring Cyber Legacy off, trying to push straight up into the high ground. Like, they know how much this Ember Spirit's going to hurt.
There's not a single Lincoln Sphere in this game. Not a single Lotus Orb.
No. Dude, they found the Ballista. Oh no! They found the Ballista.
Really does not want them to win this game.
Do you even just equip it?
I unequip it. I mean, you
just destroy the item.
Oracle? I don't know.
Oh no! Oh, Kuman! Oh, they got him! The black hole. He's dead. All right. Goodbye to the Faceless Void. Goodbye to the Grimstroke. Goodbye to Magical by the looks of it as well, as they've got another black hole. They're a little scared though. Buybacks are coming out. Now they've got to run. Big Num rolls in, finds Saberlight. The Eon Disc saves him for now. The False Promise comes out, but he's going to be left behind. He's going to take a lot of damage, though. Is he actually going to get away? Another stun. They found him. Big Num able to come in just in time before the TP comes to an end.
Oh man, he had Shadow Blade ready, could have just used that and they would not know where he is. I don't think they have any kind of detection at the moment. 2 buybacks used, 1 on Faceless Void, that's pretty big.
That's a big one. Kuman's got to be careful. Level 30 on Magical. He's got the money. I just want to see that Trident come out. Let's get that Trident, my friend.
He's going for it.
Yeah,
if
buy
he
it.
I mean, he has enough money to buy it. Just
Buy the Trident.
It.
Right, who's got the Ballista? Someone needs to start punching. Obviously, this Oracle just going pew, pew, pew.
Push them out of the base. They're going for tier 4 towers.
They're trying to end it. Oh, there's Abyssal. There's going to be a buyback straight away. Here we go. But the Chrono is out. Kuman, he just Chronos the 2 of them. He's taken out the Enigma. He takes out the Ember.
2
Double
Rapiers
Rapiers on the deck. He's only going to take the 1. He only needs the 1. Jumps over to Charlie. Charlie's dead. No, he's got buyback, but there's no buyback on the Enigma. The buyback of the 2 of them. Kuman, he's heading over. He's looking for the Rampage here. He's already got himself the Ultra Kill, the False Promise, buying time for error. Jump over. There's Rampage. Rampage number 1.
Double
Rampage number 2. It just don't stop. They get the break it. Another Time Walk. He's into the fountain. He put the bash. The E-Blade.
He needs to be careful. What is he doing?
What is he doing? Oh no, what is he doing? Kuman, what is he doing? He gets a triple Rampage. He is dead though. He is dead. It's a dieback. But Magical, he's trying to win the game.
Oh, the
he's ending the
Necro
game.
Book of the Dead.
He's ending, but the Fallen Sky! The Fallen Sky into the Avalanche! My goodness, Big Num
They're
tip
gonna
of the
get
roll,
it.
but the
Earth Spirit,
Raging,
hit it, hit it.
Hit the Ancient.
No, he's disabled. All right, they actually get it. I was afraid, man. He had Satanic in the backpack instead of Nullifier. He could have lived there easily with just having Satanic back to full HP.
Oh, that's pretty well. It was like a triple Rampage.